Okay, welcome to the call, guys. This is Geek Out Fridays, the Mastermind Club. I'm your host, Damon Nelson, along with my partner, Wayne Atkinson, and we're going to have fun today. We're going to show you a Chrome extension. If you haven't seen it yet, it is very new. In fact, it came out last week, I believe, but we've been doing some tweaks on the article template to make it even easier to use, and it will do a lot of things for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Wayne, you want to give a shout out to everybody?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. You'll be hearing my voice today for a change.
Yep. We're real excited because Wayne's going to do the demo today. And if you've never been on one of our mastermind calls, the club calls, we started doing the mastermind club about, I guess, 3 sessions ago. The reason we did it was we want everybody to have the ability to see how we do it behind the scenes, how we do our workflows, how we use the tools that we're actually making, and some strategies to go even further than what I'm going to show you on the demo today. And if you'll stay till the end after we do the demo, we basically turn off the recorder, literally, I guess, but the first part is the public version, okay? But the shared part at the end is the recorded version that we use, that is the behind the scenes. So if you've never been on a call, just watch the entire show, and we also record the entire thing to put into our own mastermind club for you. So it should be fun today, what we're going to show everybody. And just a quick audio check, and it looks like, yep. Hi to everyone. And this is really a shall I share my screen episode because Wayne's going to be doing this. Okay, but I'm going to go over a little bit about what the Chrome extension is and kind of put some ideas in your head about how you might use it yourself. So let's get started. So we call it the easy button. It is a Chrome extension. And once you install it, you don't have to do anything. In fact, we even put a default template on there for you. So this will rewrite and summarize just about any URL page. Now, it doesn't do YouTube videos, okay? And there's certain news sites that have a pay gate that it won't do those, but it will do Medium. It will do all types of web blogs, and we're going to go into that. So what is needed to make this work? Well, you got to have an AIMasher software license. That is any level, standard, pro, or agency. And then you need the AIMasher Chrome extension, which is free. Okay, so that's all you need to make this work. So how it works, you visit any page you want to rewrite, and I put a little asterisk on there, is there's certain pages that we can't scrape, and those are, like I said earlier, the pay gates and YouTube videos, okay? You click the Chrome extension. It will flash the screen real quick as it scrapes the site, and then it puts the page back up there for you. Then you visit AIMasher, review your articles. You can edit the articles, you can add to them, you can put a YouTube video in there, whatever you want to do, and then you just simply publish. Now, I'm going to visit this. We click the Chrome extension, we rewrite the content. We strip out all the images and we replace them with AI images or media packs that you have. So we're not going to step on Getty's feet anymore. So this is a great way to snag an article off the internet and make it your own. Okay. So when would you use this? Well, trending news. This is probably the best thing because you could pull news that happened today, rewrite it, and put it into your blog post. Advertorials. If you see some affiliate offers where it's kind of a salesy page or an advertorial type page, convert it into your own affiliate offer. Topically related blogs. So if you have a blog about golf, then you can go to Golf Digest or any of these WordPress sites or web blogs that is golf related and rewrite the articles and make it your own. How-to articles. This is a great way to show you as an expert. And you find other how-tos and you rewrite them. Link bait. You will see some articles that are strictly to get the click. Well, you can do the same. You can actually swap their content, rewrite it, and make it your own. Opinion pieces. This is great to get some narrative, some story in your blog content. And celebrity gossip. In fact, I think Wayne is going to demo the celebrity stuff today. So where do you find them? And this is just to kind of get you thinking about where you might find these news sites, something like the Fox News, the Sun, long form content. I love this long form content is Medium. Online magazines. How about Mashable or BuzzFeed? Those have great content that they've tested them to get the best click-through rate. They also have good images, but we're going to strip out the images so you don't even need them. You'll just recreate them with AI images. Okay. Forums. Think of Reddit. Reddit is in bed with Google. What if you were able to take Reddit forum articles and post them? Now, we haven't tested Reddit. I've tested some other forums like Stack Overflow. So if it doesn't work today, it probably will work in the next few weeks, but we may test it later on. Okay. Topically related content. Okay. If you're writing a SEO article, how about Neil Patel, TechCrunch? This is a fashion article, Goop. So you could find a lot of technically related content to whatever site you're on and go to the article, the blog article, and click the magic Chrome extension button and just rewrite it and make it your own. Okay. Blogs, WordPress sites. These are great to get some inspiration on what you might want to write. Okay. They're all built, the rewriting part, the engine to do this is inside of Article Publisher. So you choose when you're up here in the Chrome extension, you will choose the default template. Okay. So the default template is the one that we're going to show you Wayne's going to show you how to build these templates, but you can choose any of the templates. So if you're working on celebrity gossip, you may want a template just for that, maybe a short form TMZ rewrite. But if you're working on political news, you may want to do a Guardian rewrite. We've got several different news rewriters in there. In the demo, Wayne's going to show you how to make these article templates. They're very easy to use, very easy to set up. And in addition to those, you can do a lot of other things. Let's see what you can do. You can rewrite the article. You can summarize the article for a voiceover. You can do a voiceover summary, or you can do a full read. Now, this is important. Keep in mind, this could be turned into a podcast. Or if you're using certain video makers, and I'll give you, for instance, is HeyGen, you can make your voiceover here, put it in HeyGen and create you a video. The other one that I use that I really like is called I think it's called VideoGen. Yeah, VideoGen. And you can make animated videos with your own voice, or you can use the voice inside VideoGen. But this is a great way to make a full video out of your voiceover. Okay. You can add a featured image, in content images. Now, this comes from media packs, the in content, but the featured image could be AI generated through the image credits or through Stability or OpenAI's Dolly or Ideogram. Okay. Now, this is the power of AIMasher, is we wanted to be able to enhance the publishing and add to it. So you can have some listicles that would go at the bottom of your content or helpful content. So this actually turns that article into something more than just a rewrite. It turns it into your own expertise. Very, very interesting. I haven't even started using these yet, or I haven't used them on a rewrite. I use them when I'm doing RSS campaigns over. But these are very, very good as far as SEO content goes. Okay. Anchor text. If you want to have an anchor text list, you can actually set it up in that default template that you can, or one of the templates that you're going to be using. Okay. And once you're all done, it saves the final result in your article publisher. Now, sometimes it takes probably 5 to 10 minutes to rewrite, but that's fine. You don't have to do anything. It's going to rewrite and use your own AIMasher. And when it's done, it's say template complete. So very, very easy to use. Okay. Like I said, Wayne's going to take over the demo. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to pass the screen to Wayne. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Let me stop share.
You should be able to see AIMasher.
Yep.
Excellent. Good stuff. So I shall log into AIMasher. Okay. So the first thing you really need to do is, there's two things really, is templates and actually install the Chrome plugin. So if you haven't actually got the Chrome extension installed, if you open, if you go to Google and just type Chrome Store, the first link at the top will be a link to the Chrome Store. And it doesn't matter if you're using Edge like me, or you're using Chrome, it works in both. So you click and go into the Chrome Store. And then if you just search for AIMasher, it pops up AIMasher Chrome extension. And there it is. If we click into there, you'll see a video which gives you a little bit of a rundown on it, some screenshots, there's an overview. But very simply, over here, you'll have a Get button. And you click on that and it'll install it into your browser for you. I've already got it installed, so mine says remove. And you'll see our logo up here. And if I shake my mouse about, you see the big icon, and there it is there. And you'll see AIMasher Chrome extension, and it will be installed into your browser. Very simple. Search for it, click one button, and it will be installed. So we'll come to that after we've gone through AIMasher. So in AIMasher, you've got article publisher, and inside the publisher, we've got article templates. So if you go into article templates, you'll see I've got quite a few set up. And what the template does is, like what was on the slides, it decides what you're going to do. Do you want to rewrite it? Do you want to summarize it, etc.? So if we just click add, we'll go through the steps. So to add a new template, so you decide first off what kind of site you're probably trying to fill up. Is it sports? Is it news, etc.? Because that can sometimes denote the kind of images that you would want to put in there. So the first is, are you going to use your own API keys, or do you want to use OpenRouter? So obviously your own API keys are, if you've got them installed, OpenAI, Anthropic. And if you want to use OpenRouter, you would click on the OpenRouter, and then you'd get access to, you know, all the kind of models that are over there. So I'm going to use OpenAI. Choose the account. I've only got one installed, so that'll be the one. The temperature that you want to use, I'll bring it to a 6. And for those of you that haven't really we've got a little link here about what temperature means. And if you click that, it'll open it in a new tab. And it gives you a bit of an explanation of, you see how to the point the answers are, and the bigger the number, the more AI it goes off on a tangent. So 7 is about okay, 6 is pretty good, 5 is nice, and then 4 starts to get, and 3 starts to get to the point of like yes, no, okay, you know, there's no kind of like enthusiasm going on in the answers. So I would think from 4 to 7 is anywhere is good. I'm going to use 6. We've got this set up, avoid common AI words in the output. Now we've got a massive big list that we will apply to the AI prompting for you, that just avoids all the, as best as we can get AI to avoid all the words that are like very AI that we don't want to use. We default that on for you because I would recommend you have that on. So the first option is, what's the rewrite prompt you're going to use? Do you want to do a rewrite prompt? Do you want to rewrite the article? You don't have to. You might just want to do a summary. But for our example, we're going to bring articles over that we want to rewrite. So we can choose from the options we've got so far which rewrite which rewrite prompt are we going to send it to. And the new one that I've set up recently is The Guardian. We've got a UK and it's a longer format, and we've got one that will write for in kind of still like in the Guardian kind of genre, but in a kind of for the USA audience. And it's a slightly longer format, so it will try and write more words, 500 to 600 kind of words as best it can from the content that you've sent it. So I'm going to use The Guardian as the rewriter. And then you choose which model do you want to use for the rewriting. I'm going to go to 4.0 Mini because it's really good and it's actually cheaper than the predecessors anyway. If you use 4.0 Mini, it will always use the latest model, but we do have these other models in, which you can specifically use if you wish. But if you always use that one, that tells the AI to always use the latest 4.0 Mini. You can use the 0.1s, but they are more expensive. And for this example, 4.0 Mini is more than good enough. So the next one is the summary prompt. So when it's rewritten it, do you want to do a summary? Well, yes, we do. So do you want just 20 words for a description, or do you want a Fox News kind 100 words? Well, if you scroll down, we do have a Guardian 100 words. So I'm going to choose that one. And what that will do is when it's rewritten it, it will summarize it and give us another 100 words, completely unique, and give us a summary of the article. And the reason we do that is that will also be used as a description, but we can also use it as the voiceover, which is really good. For those of you that don't see GPT 4.0 Mini in your list, if you go to integrations, OpenAI, I'll just open it in a new tab. And then if you go inside and click Get Models, it'll bring all the latest ones in since the last time you pressed it. The reason we do that is that everyone's account is different. Not everyone's got all the models. So we go to your account and we get the models that you've got. And then the ones that show up are the ones that you can use. But if you haven't been in here for a while, it's probably that's why you can't see 4.0 Mini. Okay, so this summary, what model am I going to use to do the summarizing? 3.5 Turbo would actually be okay, and it would be cheap, but it's pennies really. So I'm going to use 4.0 Mini as well to do the summarizing. And then you get to the voiceover type. So do you actually want to do a voiceover? And I do. But you can say, I want the full article. So when it's all been rewritten, it will pass the entire article across and get it turned into a voiceover. But what I want is I want that 100-word summary to be converted. So we've got a nice little voiceover inside the article that people can press and listen to for about 40 seconds and get an overview of the article. So I'm going to choose summary article.
Wayne, let me interrupt you for a second here.
Yep.
We've just done some basic testing. Is putting a voiceover on there keeps people on the page longer. So that's a good thing for Google. When they're looking at it, is they're looking at dwell time on site. Do you use 100 words, or do you use 200 words, or do you do the full read? It's up to you how you want to do it. I like the 100 words because it's about 35 to 45 seconds. The 200 words gets it up to over, it's anywhere from 70 seconds to 90 seconds, depending on what voice you use. It's a preference issue, but we started using 200 words when we first built it, and then we're kind of looking at the 100 words, and it's just enough of a teaser that they can scroll down the screen, and within 40 seconds, they're at the bottom of the screen easily, but they're listening to the summary the whole time that they're scrolling. So it's your call, but we recommend just using the 100-word summary.
So the next bit is when it's done the summary, where do you want to put it? So we can put it at the top of the article, and we can also put it above the first subheading. If you're going to put images, it's nice to have it after the first subheading. Let the image be at the top, and then the voiceover can be underneath before the text starts. It's a nice position for it to be in. If you want it at the top, though, you just click that radio button there, and it'll put it at the top. I'm going to go with above the first subheading. So now we get to the point where, well, what are you going to use to convert the text into speech? You can use 11 Labs if you've got an API plugged in, which is there it is there on the menu. Or we can use OpenAI. OpenAI's voices are now really good. 11 Labs have got, you can train voices in there. So if you want to use a particular voice, if you want to use your own, you can train your own and easily select it from the list. I'm going to use OpenAI because it's reasonably cost. It's not that expensive, really, pennies. So if you choose OpenAI, it says which account do you want to use. I want to use that one. You've got two options here. They've got a normal and an HD. Just go with normal. Why spend? It's just that's more expensive to use, and I've got to be honest, it's TTS1 is really good enough. So we go with that, and then you just pick one of the voices that you like, and you can listen to these. We did think about having to listen them here, but it was an extra bit of faff, really. And you can go into your OpenAI account and listen to them all in there. I just choose Echo. It's just a nice voice, so we'll go with that one. And then the next one is the text that puts itself across the player inside of the article. So you've got listen to this article, a summary of the article, and this is Spintax. So you could put a summary of, if you wanted to put summary of the text or article, for example, you could put that inside and double inside. So if you know how to use Spintax, it's curly brackets and a pipe. So this would either resolve to listen to this article, or it would resolve to a summary of the text, or it would resolve to a summary of the article. Completely up to you. Or you can just put lots of different titles with a pipe in the middle. So if you wanted more, you could put another pipe there, then you could put something else, and then a pipe and something else. And then it would randomly choose between the four. So completely up to you. But that allows you to randomize the text a bit and make it different. Do we want to embed the HTML player? We do, because if you don't, it will just put the MP3 there for you. We've noticed that some WordPress only require the MP3. So if you know you're going to put it into a WordPress that only wants the MP3, you untick that, and that's what you'll get. You'll just get the MP3 as a line on its own, and WordPress will work it out. If you want the HTML, then you tick that box and we'll embed the HTML to make the player work, which I'm going to go to a Masher site, so I would want the HTML. If you're going to go to any other, if your website doesn't understand, depending on the theme, put the tick in the box. Now, the next box is, there's a few boxes, but they're very easy to understand, and you only need to do them once. And then you can clone it to do the next one and just tweak it slightly. But this one is, if you're using 11 Labs in particular, and it comes up with an error because you've run out of credit, you could tick that box to say, it's okay, just carry on with the template. Don't stop at this point. Obviously, you won't get the voiceover, but at least it won't stop the template from finishing. Now we come to the new bit that you may not have seen, because this has only been here this week. We can now include images. So if we tick this box, it opens up some new fields, and you can decide, do you want to use AI or do you want to get an image from a media pack? So if I selected the media pack, and then you'd be able to choose a media pack, and it would randomly pick an image from the media pack selected and use that as your featured image. But I'm going to use AI, and if you've got all the APIs plugged in, obviously AIMasher graphics engine is in by default, so you could use ours, and then you can decide which of our models to use. Got quite a lot in there. My mouse just disconnected and reconnected for some reason. You can use the stability AI if you've got that in, and we do now have the new 3.5 large in there if you've got stability. Or you can use ideogram. So ideogram allows you, ideogram 2, we've got general realistic design render. And I've been using design because it gives you like a cartoony kind of nuanced kind of featured image based on the article, which is kind of nice. Completely free of any like trying to mimic somebody else or something else, and it comes up with its own version of people or places or things. Completely up to you. So if I use ideogram and I use design, and then I can decide every time it creates an AI image, I can decide to store them in a media pack. So I can see them all in one place. I can use them in something else later on if I wish. So that takes care of the featured image. I'm going to use ideogram and I'm going to use design. But you can place extra images. So you don't have to, but if you want to, you can select. Now this says every 4 paragraphs, but this 4 is a setting in your settings. If you go up here to settings, the option is in there. I'll open it in a new page. See here, article, extra images every X paragraphs. Mine says set to 4. So you could put 5, 7, 2, 1, 3, whatever you wish. And that's what would be presented down here for you. So mine's every 4. Or you can put one above every subheading. Now, our rewriter likes to put a lot of subheadings in, so that may be a little bit of an overkill, but you can do it. Every so many paragraphs is pretty good, so it might put 1 or 2 more images in. And if you want to do this, then you would select a media pack. Just by, if you've obviously, I've got quite a few media packs set up. I'm sure everyone knows how to do a media pack. We've got the media mixer in the menu, media packs, and then you can upload images or you can create them with AI and build up all the images in there and use one of those. I'm going to say none for this on this example, but you can obviously add extra images if you wish. And then that comes to the listicle, helpful content, and anchor text lists. So if you've got any listicles set up, which will obviously be, they'll run in conjunction with what you're trying to achieve, of the type of articles that you're going to go and collect. So you wouldn't want listicles about baby wear if you're doing a bike website, for example. But if you know that you're building, this is my template for celebrity news, therefore I can put a listicle about, you probably get away with household appliances or things like that. You could. You just select one from the list. We have done trainings on how to do listicles and helpful contents. Our system automatically creates the listicle for you based on a subject, and then it creates multiples for you. So top 10 of, and then it will pick a number between 1 and 5 and randomize it and mix it all up for you so that they're not the same on every article that you create. And helpful content is similar. You can create frequently asked questions, how-to, statistics, external links, etc. And they're all randomly built for you from a big list so that everyone looks different at the bottom of every article. So if you want to do that as well on autopilot, you just select a helpful content, drop it in, and it will add it for you. Anchor text lists it's been in the software now for a few months, but it allows you to add keywords. So here's an example, quick example, like this one's called banks and finance. So I got a keyword of estate planning, and I've got banksandfinance.com, and it's a spin tax. So if I edit that, you can put URLs in there and you can put as many as you want in because it's spin tax. You'll see it's divided, and this is just a demo. I don't use it, obviously, because it's got Google in it. But what it'll do is if you select this anchor text list at the bottom of your template, when it's finished, it will go through and it will look for these keywords, estate planning. And it will choose one of these at random and it will hyperlink it for you on that keyword. Now, the idea is for you to put lots and lots of keywords in here with URLs, outbound links. So if you've got an affiliate link for a particular product that's on Amazon, for example, you could put the keywords in for that and then the link. And then the software, when it does all the rewriting, and then it would check to see if it finds any of those keywords and it would hyperlink them for you. And you can decide whether to open it in a new tab. You can make it a no follow, and you can even bold the text if you wanted it bold. So there's a bit of an SEO trick there. Once you've got those lists, you can add them just by selecting them down here. And then that will be part of the template as well. And you'll see as we were going along, it was giving this a name, and it was saying the AOA was actually AIMasher OpenAI abbreviation. So you can basically change that to whatever you want. I'm just going to put it's using OpenAI. We're using The Guardian. We're having a summary for 100 words. We're doing a voiceover for echo summary. And I'm going to also add that we're doing ideogram design. Then you click ready to roll. If in the future you want one very similar, but you might want to try a different AI for the images, you could just press clone. It would clone it, and then you can just go in and edit that one and just change the little bits that you want to change, and then you've got another one, and so on. Or perhaps you want one exactly the same, but you want to use Meta Llama from OpenRouter, so you would clone it, go in, edit it, and just change those bits and save it. So it's quite quick to create all the different ones. So that was pretty easy, but that's the hardest bit. Once you've got that done, you can go to the Chrome extension. And if you go to options, you'll see there's a place at the top for the API key. So you've got to tell your Chrome extension the API key to your account in AIMasher. So if you go to up in the menu and you go to get API key, it will display the API key on the screen, and you just copy it. I won't click it because it will display my API key. But it's basically a screen and the key's right in front of you, so you just copy that. And then you paste it in there and you click save. Once you've got your API key in, you can click this button called Get Article Templates. And I'll show you the list so far. You'll notice that mine goes up to, I've got 2 at the bottom that begin with The Guardian. So if I click Get Article Templates, it's already spoken to the server and back. If I look now, you'll see we've got that new one that we've just built at the bottom. The one that we've just stepped through together. So I'm going to select that one. So that one's selected, and then I'm going to click Save Default Template. So what we've told the Chrome extension now is how to talk to your AIMasher account. But we've also said every time you send a scraped article, I want you to auto start the template. OpenAI, The Guardian, blah, 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 blah. So it knows once the text has been sent, it knows to get going and run through all those rules that we've just set up in the template. So that then allows us now to do the fun bit. So in my articles, you can see that there's a few going on in here. You'll see the top one is breaking free from subscription fatigue. So let's see what else we can add. I've got some tabs open at the top. I've got one here from Medium. We'll give it a refresh. And we've got 40 life lessons. I used OpenAI's O1 model to develop the trading strategy. It is destroying the market. So if you like that one, you click on it and have a look. And it's quite lengthy. It's nice. Obviously it's got some images. So you've got to decide that we ain't going to pull the images back, but the text is pretty good. So let's see what else we've got. The era of high-paying tech jobs is over. This one might be good. The death of tech jobs. So basically, if you like this one, you go to the Chrome extension and you click Send Article to AIMasher. It does a little bit of magic and then puts you back to where you were. And that's it. So if we pop back over to AIMasher, we refresh, you'll see now that we've got an article already in my articles. And it's the era of high-paying tech jobs. And you'll see that it's already set the status to execute template 341, which is the new one I've just added. If we have a quick look before it does any magic, you'll see that it's dumped all the text in that we've scraped from Medium. It's quite a lot. And it's not very, well, you can't really read it because it's all been pushed in one go. But this is where the magic of AIMasher. It will start executing the template for you on that article. Now, we don't have to wait. We can go off now if we want. And we can go and look in the Sun. So this is a UK paper. It's got lots of articles in it. We've got one here. WhatsApp teases clue that it's adding usernames for the first time. So we have a click on that one. And you'll see that it is. I noticed that the Sun's quite busy. The articles are good, but they're surrounded with a lot of stuff. I think they're hard to read, but the content's good. So we don't worry about that. We just go, oh yeah, I'll have that. We'll click that, send that to AIMasher. It does its magic, puts you back to where you was. And behind the scenes, it's worked out as best it can how much of that page was the article and how much was junk. And it's sent what you want over to AIMasher. And you'll see that WhatsApp. There's the article. Is there any questions at the moment?
There is Jill asked a question about a short explanation of each type of prompt, TMZ, Guardian, etc. On the rewriting prompts, there's different styles.
Okay, they're effectively the way we've done it is if it says TMZ, then we're going to rewrite it in the style of someone that was a journalist for TMZ, and the same for Guardian. We're going to rewrite it as though in the same style as a journalist from each of those kind of papers. So if you like that writing style, those are the ones to select. So here we've got Fox News. So you can just judge orders Virginia to halt its removal of potential non-citizens. So if you click on that one and you look down, you go, okay, yeah. What do? Use the magic.
And joining me.
Send article to AIMasher. And I'm just going to have a look now to see what's going on in the background.
And Jill, just as a follow-up on what he asked, or what you asked about it, is if you want an idea of what they look like, go to tmz.com or theguardian.co.uk, and you can kind of see the style of writing. So we tried to mimic that style. And TMZ is like very short articles written, I think, probably to a 5th grade reading level. Guardian's probably written to a 9th or 10th grade reading level. They're just really completely different styles. And just as an example, is if you read the Wall Street Journal and then you went over to Sports Illustrated, the writers write in different formats. So that's kind of what we're trying to accomplish, is give you the options of the rewriting formats. Walt asked a question, or made a comment, a feature request. Have a list of article templates to select from inside the Chrome extension.
Yes, I am going to make that change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason it's not done already is we want a stable Chrome extension before, and Google, approve it and all that. When we make a change to that extension, it could be down for a day or two before they approve it. So we want to make sure that we get all the changes done at one time with that. And we may even have, and this is just an idea that I was thinking of, maybe have a filter topic. So if, for instance, and I'm using my typical example, beekeeping. So I would want, maybe I have 2 or 3 rewriters for beekeeping. One is going to do a regular TMZ rewrite, and the other is going to rewrite it so that it can be made into a podcast. So it's going to be a different style of rewrite. And and if you brought up the filter word of beekeeping, then you would only see the templates for beekeeping, because we imagine, if you've got 100 sites, you may have 100 different templates. And if you got multiple categories, you may want, if you have a news site with politics, celebrities, tech, and gaming, those are 4 uniquely different writing styles that you may want to use. Also, if you want to make podcasts from it, is you would want to use a different type of writing style. So you're seeing the beta version of the Chrome extension, but it's pretty powerful what we can go to. So I can go ahead.
Yeah, you'll see that it's already started to rewrite this one, and it's now doing an image. So it's talking to the AI now to get you an image. And what we do to get the image is we take a slice of the article and we pass that to the image generation tool, and we obviously put some words around all that, and we basically get a feel for the image that we want based on the article, and then it will create a featured image around that for you. And so there you go. There's that one. That one's finished. This one's already done a rewrite on the second bit. You'll notice that this title is now different. Virginia Judge halts voter roll removals. And this was the original one. Look, US Judge orders Virginia. So we've got a completely different one. So if we click and have a look. So you remember what it looked like, but now we've got I'm using that ideogram design model, which gives you like funny little sketch images. You don't have to use it, but I kind of think it's quite funny. But now it's taken that text and it's created a proper article with subheadings for you. And then if you put any kind of listicles or helpful content, that'll be at the bottom and so on. And then here's the voiceover.
A federal judge has reinstated voting rights for approximately 1,600 Virginia residents.
So you can see we've got the voiceover, we've got the text, we've got an image. It looks great. I'm quite happy to give it a group. I can go down here and I can group this. I've got a website called Newsflash Daily, so that's politics. I'm going to update that. It just keeps things tidy if you group them. You don't have to group them if you don't want, but kind of nice to do that. So if I wanted to now, I could tick that one, and I could go down to a WordPress or a Masher site. I've got a Masher site, so it's called Newsflash Daily. And I'm going to put it into the politics group, and I'm going to click post. And it's set to post. And there it is, set to post. And it says we'll post soon. So you saw me create the template. I went to the website. I saw an article that I liked, and I just clicked one button. I went, well, it's 2 really, because you activate the Chrome extension, and then you go bang. But that's it. It's done everything else for you, and that article's now rewritten. It's unique, it's yours, and I've sent it to my website, and it's posted. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So there it is. You saw it live. That was the original, and this is it on my website. A federal judge has issued a significant ruling that halts the removal of potential non-citizens. So a nice political news article that's been dropped into my Newsflash Daily website with a voiceover.
A federal judge has reinstated voting rights for
which is 41 seconds. So if you remember, we said the 100 words is the sweet spot, because you don't want it to be almost 2 minutes. That is enough for someone to listen to and go, oh, I don't know that. And then they might scroll and go, oh yeah, Judge Giles identified. And then they're on the website for 2 minutes at least. Without the voiceover, they might have gone, oh yeah, scanned it, and then gone and clicked something else.
Yeah. Wayne, can you go back into AIMasher and John asked a good question. What's the original word count versus what the curated word count is? I think we can tell if you go into the editor part of that article. Doesn't it do a word count at the bottom?
Yep, it does.
So you got 564 words there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you go to Virginia Judge halts I don't know if they have word counts here.
No, probably not.
Okay. And if you stay to the end, this is a mastermind club. I'm going to give you some secrets to use here.
So if we look at, if you remember, this one was from the sun. So there's the WhatsApp image. WhatsApp introduces usernames is the title. There's the voiceover.
WhatsApp is introducing a major update that will allow users to create usernames, enhancing privacy and contact management.
And there's the text. Quite a nice amount there. See, we've got 605 in this one. So the more we capture from the original, the bigger the rewrite will be as well.
Yeah, and John, a follow-up on that is if you had a really long article, like maybe a white paper, will it work?
So if we go back to, if the first one, this one was from Medium. The rise of AI and the decline of tech jobs. I quite like that picture. That's good. 661.
Yeah.
So that's not bad because there was a bit more. I think if the AI model that you choose has got a big enough token, you know, if you can send enough tokens backwards and forwards, which basically means how many words you can send to it. Bigger the ones. Some of the Meta Llamas and the 4.0 mini is pretty big. You should be able to send quite a lot and get it rewritten.
Yep.
Any problems if it does bang out because your accounts, let's say you got a new AI account and you're restricted for a little while until you start using it. If it comes up with an error, you'll see it. It'll give you information over here as if anything's failed, so you know what. So I quite like that one. That can be a featured article, and so can that one. So I'll click both of them, and I'll go down to here, and I'll add both of them to a featured group. And while I'm down here, I'll go Masher Sites, Newsflash Daily, and I'll put them as featured articles, and I'll post them both now. So there we go. That's set to post. That's set to post. That one's already posted. Look at that.
Oh, that's fast.
How about that? There you go. The rise of AI and the decline of tech jobs. It's just, I mean, I built it and it still amazes me really. Because now you can just have a quick surf. You can spend 10 minutes and go, oh, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and then go make a cup of tea. And then by the time you've come back, they're probably already sitting there for you, rewritten, and you can just send them to your website. Brilliant. There you go, that one's done as well.
Wayne, thanks for the demonstration, and we're real excited about this Chrome extension. It's something that you can snag an article of any type and rewrite it in a format that is completely uniquely different and illustrate it with AI images. Very excited for you to try this out. And if you're part of the Mastermind Club, you get to see the rest of the show. If you're not, I'd recommend signing up at GeekOutFridays.com. And the rest of the show includes some secret ways that you can utilize this Chrome extension to repurpose content on various different platforms, as well as making newsletters with it. So we're very excited about you using this, and hopefully you'll join Geek Out Fridays Mastermind Club and get to see this live along with all the bonus videos that we throw in. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next video.